Huh? What?
Feed me lipos. Hey.
Alright, let's meow this. This is a rap about Ilman and Grey, the two cool cats bringing Meow Go. Hey, what is Meow Go? I'll give you a lesson in juicy pussy tricks and whoops. Now here's my session. Started off one day with a dope man. His name was Dan. Had a plan. A man with a plan and a competition, but his spelling, it caused a petition. I go. What the hell is that? The W makes no sense. Are you a prat? The W is supposed to mean whoop. With these I go rule changes, it's gone to poop. I go. Now the cats are here, coming in clutch to remove fears about Dan's ABC. So let's get down to the X.
Do you wanna do an orbit? Upside down around the pole. It can be anywhere, at any height we'll find we're really tall. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish I could make you split. Does it have to be an orbit? Yes, it has to be an orbit. Okay, I'll try. Do you wanna do an orbit? Upside down around the peak. I think this trick is overdue. I started scrolling through the Reddit for the week. It gets a little lonely on these packs, just watching my whoopers down. I think I got an orbit. I think I got an orbit. Okay, let's fly. Okay, let's fly.
Meet the tunny hoop. The male hoop or Raisin must perform a dance and press the female hoop, called Skittles. Raisin practices his dance to be sure it is absolutely perfect. He builds a pouch to lure the female in. Once she's touched upon this apparatus, he is ready to start the show. The dance is so complex, the eye can hardly follow. Two of these, one of those. Before you know it, his dance is over. Skittles is aroused. Hubba hubba. Skittles is captivated by the mediocre performance. She exposes her buttery port for insertion. Raisin extends his BT2.000 connector. Hubba hubba hoo chewy wobby woggle. With his task completed, little Raisin Tunny Hoop flies away to prepare for next week's adventure.
Oh man, baby, that was good.
You can split my ass anytime.
You're the best.
Going out to fly my loop, flying through a hula hoop, fly backwards for infinity loops, going out to fly my roof, and I forgot my keys, forgot my keys, forgot my keys. Going out to fly my roof, fly backwards for infinity loops. Going out to fly my roof, and I forgot my keys, forgot my keys, forgot my keys. And I forgot my keys, forgot my keys, forgot my keys. And I forgot my keys, forgot my keys, forgot my keys.
I'm going to elevate.
I'm gonna rip some packs around the house. I just need a mission for submission tricks that I can learn how and then train for a couple of days until I have all the clips that I need. I gow is a whoopaholic's paintbrush. I gow is a whoopaholic's toothbrush. I need to go acro now. I wanna be that quadcopter up in the sky now, and I'm gonna risk my whoop, 'cause I've got another whoop, and I can't possibly fly two whoops, at least simultaneously.
Everybody alone
Okay. What's up, everybody? Let me get Tyrant in video here. How's everyone doing today? We're going to be reviewing the top videos from the last challenge, the what's it called?
Chopping
Infinity
block.
Loops TPW chopping block. And there was a little bit of a switch around on the scores, not too much, but Tyrant went through and marked all the top ones. So let's see why can't I find any of? Okay, here we go. That should be like, you should be over here.
Hey, there I am.
Okay. Switch here.
That's good right there. I'll just take up the whole screen.
Okay, so there's the ducks for when we watch the videos later. But if we go back to where's the video submissions? I don't have it up. Okay, video submissions. We had Retry Win, then Easy B, Sweem, and then AJ. But if you look at the scores, they're like 18,000, 17,000, 16,000. Except for Retry's 23. They all got moved down a little bit here on Tyrant's adjusted scores. Let's see, zoom in a little bit here. We got Retry with the most, same score. Then everyone else was down a little bit based on Tyrant's official scoring. TC Moore in second, Junker in third, and Sweem in fourth, with AJ right there also, Callisto, Akira. Everyone a lot closer in Tyrant scoring than in the scoring that we had here. A little bit of a bigger spread. What would you say was the main thing that people were messing up, Tyrant?
So yeah, like Dan was saying, I kind of generally go through and double check everybody's calculators by comparing it to their actual runs. Probably the main things that people were missing was probably the obstacles. So, you know, someone might have put no on an open air obstacle like a roll, which implies that they were switching obstacles, which gave them a point for obstacle switches, which gave them an extra bonus to their total score. So when correcting a lot of these like obstacle switches, the scores changed a lot. Some people put the wrong tricks. Like I saw one person, I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. They put a couple custom tricks, but those tricks that they did were actual tricks in the Trictionary. So I went through and changed it. Sometimes it boosted their score up. Other times it boosted their score down a little bit. But for all the people that I changed their calculators, if you open up your calculator, I highlighted the things that I changed in your calculator.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But yeah, so pretty much Retry Win was the only person I didn't have to. He did his absolutely perfectly. Everybody else I made some sort of minor change.
Mine would actually probably have to go down now because I think I did a couple open air tricks that I didn't record.
I didn't even bother with yours.
Yeah.
Yours is like all like rolls and flips.
Yeah. It's a lot of rolls. Anyway. All right, so we'll take a look at the top couple here. And then we'll get into the video. So Retry, obviously our winner, actually even significantly more win with Tyrant's adjustments. There he's almost up by full 9,000 points nearly. Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think that. Well, that was a weird link.
Oops.
Hey, what's up, Blasta?
What's up? What's up?
Oh, is Blasta here? What up, Blasta?
Hello.
Let me add you in here, Blasta.
Give me a minute to get my camera on.
Okay.
are we doing?
We are checking out some of the. We just started watching the top video,
Nice.
which was the Retry Win, with a score of 23,000, which was 9,000 over the second score, highest score.
Impressive.
Yeah, backwoods. He's just adjusting the camera. I'm
This
sure he's gonna
here.
start to take over from the beginning again.
Where's this one?
That's your own stream.
I know, this one's just not here. Oh well.
Oh no.
I'll just...
Yeah, we're not actually watching the video right now. He's trying to add
Oh.
Blasta into the stream.
I messed up there. I thought they were still watching it. That's my bad. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I want to not a display capture, a window capture. All right. Oops. Alternate.
How'd your FMV go?
Good. It was weird. The Velocitone server was like having issues, so we had to like put a bunch of people on the EU and then put a bunch of people on the NA servers. I don't know. It was really weird. I really had that issue, but yeah, it was fine.
All right. Tyrant there now, and then we'll put Blast in this one. Because he should just be right there. All right, let's try this again. So Retry Win, yeah, he dominated this one. 23,000 there. That was the scores were self-reported, and then I have the Tyrant scores up here. Thought I did. I pulled this one out. This should be here.
What's up, Clouds?
Okay, let's watch retries again. Nope, that's his actual challenge. Oops. Where did your scoring go, Tyrant? Did I close that?
I thought it was one of those top tabs in your Explorer.
Disappeared.
Maybe you accidentally.
No, these are all old ones. Hold on, I can find it. Sent it to me in Facebook, right? Okay. Here's the actual Tyrant scores. Was this a link to his challenge? No,
Yeah.
that's the right thing. Okay. All right, this was the winning challenge. Let's watch it. Now, Tyrant's there.
Yeah, this is a really great run overall. He definitely did a lot of obstacle switching, and everything he did was just very smooth and robotic almost. Like all of his like Piranis are like perfectly like
I assume he got
completely inverted with the yaw spins.
he got all of the quad points.
Yeah, I believe so.
And he doesn't have any crashes or mess ups, does he? So he gets just
Nope.
constantly more bonus. And then how much obstacle bonus does he end up with?
I think it was like 35. Let me pull up his count. His obstacle bonus was 35%. So based on the trick score of 15,000, his obstacle bonus was 5,000. Now, mind you guys, this was kind of a beta test with this new obstacle feature, so we're going to be adjusting these numbers and probably reducing the total obstacle bonus amounts. But yeah, we're kind of a step in the right direction. We just got to tweak it. But I'm really happy with how it turned out overall.
It did seem like
And it's
people were
cool.
intentionally going to different obstacles rather than just doing a whole bunch of tricks like on the same obstacle.
Oh yeah, because there was a lot of people, and sometimes I would even be guilty of it, like during a TPW season. Just set up a single over/under obstacle and just rip it the whole time. It's fun, but it kind of gets boring to watch when you see the same people ripping the same obstacles every single challenge. So this
Yeah.
kind of forces people to switch it up and make it more of a true freestyle rather than like a grind on a single like triple gate stack to maximize your points as high as you can. It's boring to
Did you
watch.
have the penalty before where if you did a certain number of things on the same
Nope.
obstacle? Okay,
The penalty and the bonus are completely new to Pro Whooper.
gotcha.
And
Yeah, I think
I
them
lo-
combined, you could definitely do a little bit less on the bonus. So what, Retry got
yeah,
like a 5,000 point bonus. That was. Did you rescore Wonkies?
no,
He still got an 11. His because he got like 4,000 point bonus because he was the one that like he got the full number of switches, so he got the 100% bonus.
yeah. So like, if you look at Wonky's highlighted yellow, and then the green above him is Flavu and someone else, and the orange below him. Those are the people he's next to on the player standings. So my goal is to go back and kind of analyze all their videos to try to see like how Wonky performed and how his video compares to them, and that'll help me kind of readjust some of these bonus numbers
Yeah,
based on his freestyle compared to theirs. But I'm
yeah.
also keeping track, like to the right of that, you can see I have a column for the number of switches and the number of tricks, and then so I kind of try to keep track of everything to try to kind of analyze it so I can kind of look and kind of see how I can tweak these
That's
numbers.
interesting because that's what we were thinking on this during the stream that like it favored the outdoors because you have more time to do more switches and the bonuses were the same like for both indoor and outdoor. But it seems like it wasn't that much of a difference. Like
Well,
it's two
unfortunately,
switches.
the sample size for indoors was too small to do anything big with. Because I mean, if you look over to the left, you can see where I mark everyone's indoor and outdoor, and only like 4
Two.
people actually did it indoor. So the sample
Yeah,
size is kind of
that's true.
too small to really analyze the indoors. But I can still take the outdoor numbers and compare the videos between people, and then I can make adjustments based on that.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I do think it is a good like addition overall. Just got to fine tune it a little bit.
Oh, me too. I'm super happy with how, because like everything looks more like a real freestyle rather than just a straight up triple gate stack grind. And that's what I really wanted. Like that's what I was envisioning when I, created Pro Whooper from the get-go. I just couldn't figure out how to properly execute it, and this is what it needed.
This is Junker. This is TC Moore. He was second place after your calculations.
Yeah. Yeah,
it definitely seemed like people like planned their line out too, which is what I like. Like, it seemed like they at least had like some part planned out, and then after that they just kind of went for whatever. But,
yeah, that's kind of what I do when I like participate as well. Like I kind of plan out like the first like half, and then after that it's kind of like more of a real freestyle.
Yeah, just whatever you can think of. Got to make sure you get all the quad in there and all the,
double blades.
A couple things that you know are going to score well if you get a good line. Anyway, yeah, he definitely like flying all around using different obstacles. So I definitely thought it was good overall.
Yeah, I'm super stoked about it. I'm really looking forward to tweaking it and getting it fine-tuned.
Little tap right there.
Yeah, and he did mark
basically
that
at the end. Yeah, as a bump.
Yeah.
And then I think he marked that one too.
Yeah, Rabbit says trying to get 3 tricks on each obstacle and moving on. Yeah, that's perfect because then you don't get any penalty. Yeah, 2 or 3 tricks on each challenge. All right, and then we'll watch Junker. Then we'll get into some of these other ones. We'll watch the top 3 here. Or we'll watch Easy B so you can see the, because he had the biggest change, I think.
Yeah, and I'll pull up his calc too, so I can point out what I changed.
Oh yeah, Junker had the Tony Hawk noises, which I like.
Always got the quad things. There, that was
Yeah, the quad letters, and if I don't know if you could hear it, but like every time he does a trick,
yeah, I heard it. I like it.
it's just quieter compared to the music. Putting all the trick names in there, it takes a lot of effort, especially doing it as the tricks go.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Some people even put their like score like totaling up. Oh, he's been doing that too. That's right, right there.
Oh, I do notice that. And he's got the timer, quad up. Very nice.
Or maybe it's just the max score there.
I see what he's
A couple
doing.
people.
He's like creating his like own combos, like Tony Hawk, where like all the names kind of like stack up next to each other, and then when the combo ends, it kind of resets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. That's cool.
I thought it was weird at first, but now that I thought about that, I was like, okay, yeah, no, it makes total sense.
Yeah, streak trick points there. Oh yeah, but then they go together. That's perfect. Quad bonus. Nice. So pretty close to what you got for him. 14-0, 14-7. Probably just a couple discrepancies and tricks there.
Here, let me look.
But nice run. I like the extra sounds.
Yeah, with Junker, he marked that he did a Barani, but it was more of a Immelmat, where he goes up, does a roll at the top, and then does the Matty flip. And then...
Gotcha. So it looks like Easy B lost the most points there. He had like 18,000. You put him at 12. He did say before that he was questioning whether some of his switches were really switches. And I think you said he
His
missed
was
a
one of
couple
the first
obstacles.
ones, so fortunately, I didn't highlight everything in his calc. But yeah, I definitely remember switching a few of these obstacle switches.
That was the thing we were debating, like, so that awning there, like, would you consider each of those little holes, like, what if you did, like, a power loop over each little bar?
So,
would it
like,
each be a different thing, or would they be...
So for the
one-off?
awning, like, a lot of the tricks that he did there at the beginning was pretty much an over-under over that first, under the front upper part, like that long horizontal bar. He went through different gaps, but he was still doing the over-under with a single bar.
Yeah.
So I remember I ended up changing several of those because, yeah, he went through a different gap, but I mean, it could have been completely coincidental. Like, he didn't go under the same area that he started at. Like, he kind of shifted off to the side or to the other. So, but in a nutshell, yeah, that whole front horizontal bar, all those over-unders, that was a single object in my book.
Gotcha. How would you treat, like, different branches on a tree, though?
That is something that we still need to iron out, but I think what I'm going to end up doing as far as trees go is I think I'm going to treat like all the trees in a single tree as one all the branches in a single tree as one object. So if you want to do a different branch, you'd have to go to a different tree. Okay. Otherwise, you know, you might have someone that has like a really good tree with like 2 side-by-side branches, and then they just rip those 2 branches like the whole time, which is what I kind of want to avoid. So I think I might treat it as like all the branches within a tree count as one object, and then the trunk is another object, and then if you do like around the whole canopy, that would be considered a different object.
Cool. All right,
but yeah, we still have to figure out the details on what's considered an object and
it has
what's
to be
not.
like a distinct different part of the tree for it to count as a different obstacle, sort of.
Yeah, there's a lot of gray area. So yeah, I have a lot of brainstorming to do to try to iron it out and keep it
Like that's
fair.
understandable. Like if you're like at a completely the opposite side and it's a large tree, and a completely opposite side, or like you're using the canopy and the trunk as like two different obstacles. I feel
Yeah,
like that's
exactly.
totally fair.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like the trunk, the canopy, and then branches would be like 3 different obstacles within one tree. And then you can always switch to a different tree, and those are 3 more different obstacles.
Yeah.
So here's we did the draft on last Sunday, and the pilots drafted their opponents into their groups. So each group has 4 pilots in it. And Blasta, since you're the group sponsor of this last one, you're required to do all of the challenges in there, by the way.
Oh my god. Let's go. Nobody can beat me.
Anyway,
I'm gonna be winning that group.
So, yeah, we got AJ was the only pilot to finish the entire season with a clean slate, so he got the first pick. And then
Wow.
Retry had the
Good job, AJ.
most points after that. Callisto, Dingle, so they picked like in a snake fashion. So
Did Callisto and Retry just not submit one week? did they actually
Retry
fail?
Retry failed that one time because of his like split S was a little late going through the gate. He did it kind of after he went through, and yeah, Callisto didn't submit. And Cha-Cha we got for what did Cha-Cha? Oh yeah, he forgot to fly over himself. He basically edited himself into a letter on that one.
I'm guessing.
Oh, I remember that week. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people just barely, because everyone else that was captain, so to speak, was someone who was in the top
8.
The top 8, and they all had either 1 letter or no letters, and then after that, everyone else had multiple, at least 2. But Akira also didn't submit the 2 weeks that he got letters, so
Yeah,
anyway,
he generally does letters.
Yeah, he was on vacation.
That's understandable, though. He knew he was gonna make it into the finals. I think he's gonna he's gonna do well in his group, or he should.
So we're gonna do a little duck race to see who we watch first. But if you are just a pilot, you can go and just into this. This is just the standings page, and it's right on the first tab, and you can click on, and watch all the challenges in your group and get started if you want to right away. But we're gonna watch all of them right now. Most of them are actually pretty quick, and I made if you've seen the little this guy thing here, that what's his name, Ogre made, and then I put this in there. This pilot created a TGS combo. That's a bold strategy, Skittles. Let's see if it pays off for him. Like the dodgeball thing, because you'll see a lot of people have just made a TGS combo. There's varying different levels of them.
To shill really quick, Ogre FPV just released his first ever sticker pack.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome. If you guys, appreciate his work, you like it, you used it, make sure to support him and check out a sticker pack.
I put a link.
It's pretty cool. I've seen it, and I think it's like $11.99 for the sticker pack, and it helps support someone who's been contributing to these events for years.
Yeah, here it is. I'll put the link to this. It's also in the iGao Discord in the discounts and perks section. You can find the link for it there.
Definitely big shout out to Ogre. He made my logo and helped us all with a lot of artwork over the years.
Yeah, of course he made the iGao logo and all of the weekly challenge logos. Okay, let's get into this. Let's see which one we watch first.
It's $70 postage. Oh no.
If you're in the finals, then
Come on, blasted duck.
and you want one, I can probably have Ogre send it to me, and then I'll send it to you with your finals prize, because everyone gets a finals prize. That's in the thing, that you at least get a little trophy with your of the logo with your number, and I have a little box, a whole bunch of 75 millimeter boxes there.
The blasted duck is put on the afterburners. He's
Nope.
coming in. Oh no, pyro drone. Where is he? Pyro drone's coming out of nowhere.
All right, right from the top, we'll start with Pyro Drone.
Okay, I see Orca
that-
in there. Are they selling goggles yet? Because I know they stopped for a while.
There's
don't
a
know
lot,
that-
a lot of pilots are running their analog goggles for like Whoop events.
Yeah,
'cause
I
they're
think
the
there's
best
still
analog
enough.
goggle.
I still have enough around, and they have like their like educational drone stuff, which is more where they're focusing now. Like stuff, they have a kit for like kids in school. It's like a 3-part kit where you like first you get the controller, and then you learn on the sim, and then you get a drone, and then
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's focused for like in school learning, which is where they're focusing right now.
Backwards is asking for your shipping address, Skittles.
Oh, okay. I'll send it to you. All right, well, we're watching Pyro Drone. So, that's the first, perfect. The first group, AJ, the top pilot. Let's check out his challenge.
Team Pyro Drone.
AJ beat me in a race off at Whooptopia this
First
past
on the
year.
list, a blind
Oh, damn.
flip to Maddie.
He races?
You're going to
Yeah,
180
he's
yaw
really good.
before the cube gate, through the top of the gate, flipping, and then it's a rewind Maddie flip.
So it's all on a cube obstacle. Start with that.
Dude,
kind
that's
of
the same combo from
blind
the
Maddie twister over
champion
the entire cube,
round.
backwards through the entire cube.
Ooh, Maddie Twister.
Third on the list is a eject roll.
Is this all one combo?
Yeah.
180 turn.
Pretty much everyone
back
did
towards
one
the gate,
combo.
through the gate and perform a rollback, ending backwards through both sides of the gate and finish with a flip or a roll.
Please read the rules above.
All done in one clip.
Now,
no
are
bumps
they
or
allowed
grab
to
tabs.
segment during that rollback? Or does it have to be continuous?
All right, all together now.
What do you mean, like, kind of have a pause in between the like two parts of it?
Yeah, 'cause he does like a half roll, kind of pauses for a second, and then finishes that half roll.
That seems how he kind of does it. So that's kind of
I
how
would have put a
that's kinda
time. I
how
would have put a time limit on that.
I didn't allow like too much of a time limit for big combos because I didn't want
That's
the point
fair.
of
I
it
just
to
feel
be.
like with enough time, you have like so
Yeah.
much shut up time and stuff.
You do well. You do have to like. Let's see exactly what. he
Yeah,
said.
I mean, back to back can be.
Most
we'll
people
see,
said
we'll,
back
we'll
to
see
back.
Let's see what the other ones are. I'm interested to see.
That seems
So
pretty.
people are more incentivized to like not put out
Allow
ridiculously
stuff.
hard tricks this year, I guess.
Yeah, well, I only let you really do like one combo unless like we only got basically 10 tricks is kind of how I limited
Okay.
it because I didn't want like ones like remember I don't know if you remember from like IGO 2 or 1 Daylight used to do like 15 trick combo and then repeat it so it was like 30 tricks in a row.
Yeah.
Something like
Just
that.
some like ridiculous. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Bry 5's one that like took like 15 minutes just to complete.
Did Bri have a really long one? I don't remember.
I think his like second to last one was like the
A lot
the
of
spinning one where he like spun around this like weird structure a bunch of times.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it looked
Yeah, I feel like you
awesome.
would know this, Tyrant. You got a PTSD from all this.
But I personally would be. Did I click the wrong?
What's up, Dingles?
Hold on. Baz. Where's his challenge? Is this the wrong? But I personally would be a lot more impressed if you did them. Baz, I think you submitted the wrong thing. Oh no, he's just using parts of this one. Okay.
Night Dangles.
Wait a minute. I thought what did he tell me he was going to do? Hold on. I'm so confused. I remember a couple different people were going to use basically similar challenges to the regular ones.
What's up, custom?
Baz.
Favorite flavor is either cookies and cream or mint chocolate chip. But I only like mint chocolate chip because my mom liked it as a kid, and I would always eat it because it was like the only thing in the fridge. I just grew accustomed to eating mint chocolate chip.
Oh, I can't even remember where he talked to me. I talked to people on too many different things. It's probably this one.
Man, chocolate chip ice cream sounds pretty good. The thing that I always ate as a kid, my stepmom would order like a sausage pizza every single week, and I still have PTSD from it. Like, I cannot eat another sausage pizza ever in my life.
I would down a sausage pizza right now.
Oh, fucking gross.
Any kind of meat on a pizza, I love. What's
Touche
up,
on
man?
that. Minus sausage.
What's up, Ogre?
Okay. Okay, I get it. His challenge is challenge number 2, but you have to do the limbo loop and the Maddie shuffle in the same clip. That's why he just linked this one. So the two combos together. But I personally would be a lot more impressed if you did them both back to back in the same clip. What do you think about doing both of the requirements in the same clip, Witterson?
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Does he have a written
Absolutely. I totally
description of
agree.
it?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Requirement number
It's the
3
limbo loop
is that you must perform
and
a
the Maddie shuffle in the
through
same clip.
TGS. A Maddie shuffle is very similar to a limbo
Alright.
loop and also has
So-
4 steps that you must perform.
If you remember those two, let's see if I have an example of it here. All right, same things. Normal
Number 1 is
TGS.
that you set up your TGS or triple gate stack, more commonly referred to a ladder. That's 3 steps you have to perform. Requirement number 2,
The
which
limbo
is a
loop.
limbo loop. Fly forward through the top gate, fly backwards through the middle gate, then perform a power loop from the bottom to the top. Fly away cleanly, perform a celebration flipper roll, and you've done requirement number 2.
So he requires the celebration flipper or roll in there. So you got to do that, and then in the same clip,
And requirement number
do
3 is
the
that
Maddie
you perform
shuffle.
a Maddie shuffle on the TGS. So that's very similar to a limbo loop.
So
if you
for
fly
challenge
forward
number
through the
2, we
bottom
allowed
gate,
a cut
again,
between
lean
the
back
two.
backward to the
They could
middle
be
gate,
separate
and then perform a Maddie flip from the
videos,
top
but you
to
have
the
to do
bottom
both
gate,
of them together
fly away
in one clip
cleanly, perform a celebration flipper roll, and you've
with
completed
no cuts
IGAL 5 challenge number 2. That's the beta FPV
or bumps or ground taps.
TGS.
So you have to do it all together.
Hello, iGout.
So that's Baz's.
All right.
Black
And
Pond, don't be disgusting.
Then we got TC Moore.
Alright, for my challenge, you're gonna need to get an IGAO sized cube gate. You're gonna use my slip loop, kind of. You're gonna get some speed, disarm before the first part of the cube gate, all the way through to the second side.
Messed that up.
Then instead of doing a loop, you're gonna do a Barani over the cube gate, come back through, all the way through, straight into a Maddie over the first gate of the cube gate, then come back and do a cube eject flip and fly away. do not do a celebration roll or you'll fail. Some tips. If you don't
Oh,
have
man.
a smooth surface floor in your house,
He does not like
This-
celebration
this
rolls.
is going to be an indoor only challenge. 10-foot ceilings max. TV box, cardboard, slides really well. Fridge box, anything like that. I've done this on tile, I've done it on hardwood, I've done it in the warehouse. It's actually a really easy challenge. Well, I hope.
What's the
'cause I haven't
disarm
done it
part?
yet.
I don't understand.
Because
What's the disarm?
his challenge from the last thing was called a slip loop, and it was like you do a power loop basically, but at both times on the bottom of the power loop you do a disarm slide under something. So
Oh, that's cool. All right.
so this
I
time
like that.
you start it like that, but then you go up into a Barani and do the rest of the combo. All right, Cybex, I don't know what happened, but for some reason I messed up the actual like submission page. I must have dragged it down accidentally. Can you resend me your challenge video? I can't seem to. I don't know. Wait, can I find it this way? Cybex.
Did you see what he said in the stream chat? The live stream chat?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then when I went into the like actual like page of submissions, I think I accidentally like dragged Balzac's one down there and it won't let me undo because it must have been previously sent on Discord. All right, let me get that real quick.
Hold on, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. You're back.
Okay, there it is. Just put that back in here. Oops.
Cybex said that he sent it on Discord.
Yeah, I got it. Where's our main video? Here we go. Okay, Cybex. Okay, so that was TC Moore's. His was a cube and a bunch of different tricks on it. So we've got AJ, who also did a cube, and then Baz did a TGS, and let's see what Lori came up with. All right. Order of tricks: cube eject, Immelman, split S, cube eject plus backflip roll, power loop, cube eject, ceiling tap. So sort of like challenge number 6, but with some other tricks mixed in there. At least the hardest tricks from number 6, the last 2, and then some other ones in there. So again, a cube. So at least these pilots don't have to like.
There's already a lot of cube now. Ooh, that rolled.
All right, so you start with the cube eject, plus opposite the opposite side, and then you go Immelman and split S back into the cube. And then you go right into a cube eject with the backflip roll. As you finish from the split S, makes sense. Roll either way. Must exit opposite direction again. Okay. And then into a power loop of the cube. As soon as you exit the cube from the backflip eject roll. So wait, then you have to go. You do the power loop after that, and then directly into the. Ooh, that's tough. So you got to do the cube eject with the backflip a roll, and then like power loop out the exit back in, and then I believe right into the cube eject ceiling tap. Yeah, must be. So all one line there.
Nice.
If the ceiling tap is missed, another attempt may be made if there are no ground taps. Okay, so you can go back and try the ceiling tap again though. but it sounds like that's the only one.
Dan, Tyra and I were missing from the live stream, our videos.
Oh.
Not like it matters.
I know. I just have to bring up our little chat. There we go. Should be back now. Yep. Okay. All right. So it looks like Pyro Drone is cube heavy. We got cube ejects and combo from Lori, all one big line there. And TC Moore also with basically a cube combo with some custom parts to it.
AJ had a cube combo too.
TV box, cardboard, slide.
So giving some suggestions for the slide there. And then Baz did a TGS. So all ones you can make with the standard PVC. No crazy like creations in that group. All right. Oh, and that's right. I'll announce it now, so pilots can get started if they want. You the little hand signal you have to give to the camera for when you're performing the challenge is I, the sign language I, which is like this or like pinky up. So make sure you do that when you're doing your challenge, either before or after you complete it. You really only have to do that for your own one, because obviously you couldn't have known the other pilot's challenge before and completed it. So that's only really for your own challenge. And I'm going to send you guys all an email with the challenge links and descriptions that everyone sent in your after the thing or after this live stream, and it'll have the same information with the little pinky thing in case you're not here. All right, that's Pyro Drone. Who's next? So we got NewbieDrone.com, Custom FPV, Radio Master, West Coast Throwdown, Orca, and Blast. If you didn't know, these were all the platinum tier sponsors because they didn't get a challenge week, so I gave them a finals group.
I hope Blast will win. I really want to see what Akira's is.
Oh.
Oh, Blast is making a move. Oh no, Dogcom's faster.
Dogcom's batteries are insane.
Man, duck
All right,
off.
we could do that a little shorter than the next one. Okay. Dogcom is the Callisto group. Oh, okay. So let's check out the Callisto challenge. Pretty sure he did a TGS type challenge.
Hello, I'm Callisto and welcome to iGal Finals. And my challenge for the Dogcom team is a 10-trick combo that you'll have to complete in under 30 seconds.
10-trick combo.
All tricks will be performed on a TGS and completed back to back to back to back. Oh man, it's gonna take forever. Alright, and then you'll go. Alright, to start the 10-trick combo, you'll start by doing a power loop from bottom gate to top gate to bottom gate, and then straight into a maverick loop, middle gate to bottom gate, and then straight into a power flip, top gate to bottom gate, and then straight.
Yeah,
into
this is my style of challenge.
So you'll go maverick motion middle gate, and then Matty flip top gate to bottom gate, and then straight into a front flip, and back through the bottom gate, top gate Barani to middle gate, and then another Barani to bottom gate, top gate to bottom gate, and then another Barani from bottom gate to middle gate to bottom gate, and then one more Barani from bottom gate to top gate to bottom gate, and then
He's really
straight
thinking about it.
into a loop to trippy, which you go through the bottom gate to top gate, and after you pass through the top gate, you'll go straight into a trippy. Keep
Yeah,
the
see,
TGS
I
in
feel
place,
like-
and you need to do
I
at
feel
least
like
2 trippy
Callisto is
spins,
gonna
and then a switch.
he's gonna win with
Two
these
more
type of
trippy spins in the
challenges.
opposite direction. exiting the trippies.
He excels
and
with
no
this.
bumper dodge apps. For
Yeah,
the reverse,
he's very-
for the reverse power flip, you'll need to start pitching forward right before you pass through the gate for it to count. For the Brownies, you'll need to see at least some of the back wall. You can see just a tiny bit and be okay. And then, but you'll definitely be somewhat yaw tracking the side pole as you're passing through the gate.
So same rules that we had on
Clearly show that you're yawing.
on the Barani from
And
Challenge
for the trippy,
9.
Loop the trippy. You need to keep the TGS in view as you transfer to the trippy from the power loop. That's
Okay.
it. Good luck.
Very nice.
All right. Good one there from Callisto. He was like, I could just do like 10 Baranis, and I was like, I mean, you could, but like, you could also
That'd be
mix
a
it up a
massacre.
little. Anyway,
It's gonna be rough.
that one
That's
looks
gonna be a
pretty
rough
tough.
challenge.
It looks like he basically
Yeah.
did it there already, so
Yeah.
probably gonna be able to pull it off.
In
Alright.
in under 30 seconds too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He said under 30 seconds. I don't know how long his that was what I limited. So that's like 3 seconds per trick, which is plenty. You shouldn't have to rush when you're doing them all back to back like that. Okay, next up is Lounds. All right, Lounds is the first one that has kind of a different gate setup than something we've seen before, like a cube or a thing. It's kind of hard to see in his video overall, but you can see it right here at the beginning. You have like a 2x2 gate, but with nothing in there, so just a 2x2 opening, and then I think this is one gate section. I believe this is one gate section. It's all written out, and then you have another gate right here centered, like above, like, you know, one height above it, like it was stacked here but scooted over. That's the idea. So you start with the Barani. And then loop backwards into the other gate.
Ooh.
And yaw there too. So like kind of a double Barani type thingy. Back all the way through the other one. And then kind of reverse flip. He calls it back flip. Over and through both of them. And then you kind of like calls it a split S yaw backwards through and finish with a roll. So pretty tricky combo there. So you go like you fly under the big one and you go in between the two gates and you like Barani this one. Then you have to come out backwards toward the gate. Then it's kind of like a blind Barani almost, right? Like a blind loop into a Barani.
Okay. That looks cool.
And then you come all the way back under both of them. And then you do like a. This is a backflip.
That's sort of, I don't.
But
I
it's
feel
kind of.
like you're not gonna have. I
It's
feel like you're
a
gonna run out of
reverse-
momentum for all of this.
And then through the upper gate, kind of half matty.
looks-
It's kind
it looks
of like
cool.
3 total loops, basically, and then a celebration roll. But all of them have yaws in them. So I like it. It's a little. It's not as many like tricks strung together, but the combo will be difficult to pull
Chad's
off
like,
in a
good
row.
luck with that. Oh yeah, I feel like it's hard to maintain momentum when doing that many like upside down movements back to back. But we'll see.
Yeah,
See if they pull
it
it
is
off.
only
It would
3
look really
total.
cool.
It's like 3 total Barani type motions
Yeah.
that you have to do, but you do have to do them linked in kind of a cool
Yeah, it's
way.
like linked all together without stopping and like giving throttle again. So it's kind of I'm interested to see
So,
where
so
you,
the first one goes, and then you're like maddying to the second one, and then you're like blind flipping. It's like you're like doing like a figure eight back and forth, sort of like it'll be cool. I bet you Callisto can do it.
Cha.
Okay. Next up, we've got Sweem.
He picked Sweem in his group too. Callisto puts himself on hard mode.
Yeah, and then he picked Rabbit too. So Sweem was away in New York, flying with Vegan, and I've already seen a couple clips from their trip, so check that out.
That's awesome.
He got back and he created a challenge here.
3, 2, 1, action. Hey, iGours. It's Sweem here with you. Here is my challenge for the top 32 playoffs for iGout 5. You will need a 10 by 10 gate. It can either be a cube gate or a circle gate with a circumference of 10 inches. Pinky, can you help me?
Oh, those are the ones that
Basically,
Pacific
I've
North
had
Group gave away
no time
in iGow this year. They're like
here we go.
acrylic and
You
laser
are
cut,
going to half
laser
Matty the
engraved.
gate. Half Matty the gate. Come back over. Then Matty the gate. And then power switch the gate. That's it. Gotta be a 10 by 10 gate though.
So, little gate.
This gate can be any height. On the ground, in the air, a million miles up, doesn't matter. But it's a 10 by 10 gate. 10 by 10 gate. So bring it on. Let's go.
Diameter or circum. It can be a square or a circle. Callisto. Oh, 10 by 10 diameter.
Bring it on.
He said it. He said it could be a square too, I believe.
10-inch opening, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so 10-inch square or 10-inch circle that would fit inscribed in a square. So you go.
10-inch circumference would be nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. It could even fit through a 10-inch circumference. That'd be like a 3.
It depends
like
on
a
how
3-inch.
wide
You
how
could.
thick the gate is.
You could barely
material.
fit through because we'll see one later where someone has a really small gap. There's a couple
Oh,
other really
no.
small gaps. So that was what? Half Matty, and then what was the final one? Half Matty,
Power switch?
Power switch, all through the small gate. And it doesn't matter where the gate is because those tricks are kind of height independent if you're using the gate at the bottom of the Matties. Okay. And finally, we've got Rabbit. Callisto picked a tough group here.
Hey, I'm Rabbit, and this is the obstacle that I'm using for my challenge. It's a 3 high, it's a right corner, and it's 2 wide. So you have 2 up top, 2 on the bottom, and then you're going 1, 2, 3 high. And then there's these little stabilizing struts here. 1 here, and then I put 1 there.
This challenge is called the Scrambler. I'm going to use this big 6S Cinewoop to illustrate. I've built a miniature version of the obstacle here. It's just a 1x1 rather than being a 2 and 3 high, just so it fits in the camera and it's a little bit easier. And so the way this challenge is going to work is it needs to be outside, and the time limit is going to be 1 minute. And you have to do the following tricks with no bumps or ground taps. And you have to maintain constant loop motion during all the loops and tricks and stuff. But after finishing each segment, you can take a second and sort of reorient yourself before starting the next segment. But it all does need to be done in one pack, one continuous clip. Alright, so you're going to come in like this from one side. You're going to begin orbit and then transition into a trippy spin around this pole. We're going to do a complete trippy spin around this pole, and then we're going to switch and go around this pole, like so, middle one. And then we're going to switch again and go around the last pole over here. And then as we're coming back through the center, we're going to go into a Matty. And then we're going to slide out. And that's segment number 1. Segment number 2 is going to be a double rolling trippy spin on the center segment. And you're going to need to do 3 of these. And I'm defining double rolling trippy spin as adding 1 extra roll to a regular trippy spin.
So like a single
what
rolling
that's
trippy
gonna look
spin,
like
basically.
is you're going to be rolling, you're going to be trippy spinning, and then you're going to
So
add
trippy
an
spin and
extra
just
roll at
do
some point,
one roll per orbit.
and then go right back into the trippy spin. For me, I like using the outside corner. I try to do the roll between here and here. So I don't usually do the roll on the inside, I do the roll between the outside and the inside. But as long as that roll is in there, and it's not like a snap roll, it needs to be kind of a gradual roll, then that counts as passing the challenge. And you have to stay inside the box during the double rolling trippy spin. You can't leave the box or bump the side or anything. It's got to be inside this 2x3 area, okay? So
They do the
that's-
roll in
and
the
the last
square.
thing is that you have to use this overrun for obstacle to do the full layup. So I haven't really come up with a name of it yet, but yeah, it's the full layup again. It's just tracking 180 off spin, continue that 180 off spin into a blind power loop, snap back on your target, and then you split yaw back through. Oh yeah, and then I forgot the last part is that after that split yaw coming through, you do a roll, Vanny roll style. So all together, we're looking at it, we're doing that 180 off spin with tracking, we're continuing that 180 off spin, we're going to power up, go into this sick backflip, then we're going to look at our marker here, which is our bar, and then as we fall, we do a split yaw type motion, which leads us into a sick Vanny roll. And that's going to be the end of the combo. You have a minute to do all 3 of those, and good luck.
Good luck, Callisto.
I like that little layup combo. So it's
Then we're
like
gonna marker here, type motion, gonna do good luck.
you kind of track under, come over the top line loop, recatch it, and then Vanny roll out. All right, so it started. You got to do that. I like that first part where you go trippy around the first pole, switch trippy around the other pole, switch trippy around the third pole, Maddie. That's probably my favorite part of it. Then the rolling trippy, and then the layup. So 3 little parts there. That's going to be a tough group.
Oh yeah.
All 3 of those combos
That
are
is
pretty
a power
tricky.
group right there.
So Callisto did TGS, Rabbit did kind of like a big double doorway type thing. Sweem did
Callisto
a tiny
wants to use
gate.
the smaller version gates. I mean, I don't think you can.
Yeah, you could use it was 2x3, right? So you could go race gal size gates if you wanted.
Yeah, I guess
or
today
iGal.
isn't. I mean, they specify the length of each section.
No, I think as long as it's, I mean, it would just make it harder the smaller it is, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's
It's
true.
not going to make it
Well,
easier.
It depends on how you look at it, maybe, but yeah, you can 99%.
Okay,
harder.
so that was the Dog Kong group. That all different obstacles slightly. TGS, Lounge had a kind of a 2x2 and offset gate. Sweem with a small gate, and Rabbit with the like 90-degree gate. All right, let's see who's next. Who did we just watch? Dog Kong.
Dog Kong. All right, blast it. You're cooking.
Get out of the chef's hat this time. Let's go.
It's not looking good for Blast. Oh, he turned it around. Oh, look at that speed. Is it going to be fast enough to be Radio Master, though? I don't think so.
I don't think we're gonna be past the Radio Master. Custom even beat me.
All right, so this is Backwoods group. Have Backwoods, Phalanx, Zip, and Flavu.
Yo, what up, guys? Backwoods FPV here.
What up, Backwoods?
I'm going to break down my trick for this week, for week 1 of finals. It's going to be pretty difficult. I'd be pretty surprised if anybody else in my group gets it, to be honest.
Hope his trick is just smoking this
sorry,
block.
not sorry.
confident.
Alright, so the breakdown is basically a descending trippy ladder down a TGS starting at the top. So you go through the top
Nice.
gate, and then you trippy spin down through the middle gate, through the bottom gate. So anyways, after you come out of the trippy spin and like unwind, so you're now kind of backing away from the gate, looking at it, you go back up to the top, Matty flip from top to bottom. And this one I am going to be pretty particular that there's not a lot of setup time between the Matty flip, and then you got to go straight and do a top to bottom to top Barani. And then as you're coming back through from the Barani, you've got to immediately, as you're coming through that bottom gate, start turning and take it into a trippy spin one time around the whole TGS. You don't have to pass through the middle of it on that one. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. Okay. So you pass through the top gate, and then you kind of cradle around the outside to initiate the trippy spin. Then you can go right down to the middle. So that kind of you don't have to come back through in the trippy like he did in the example. And then you go around through the bottom, and then you switch into a Matty flip through the top and out the bottom, and then you come back to a Barani with the tracking kind of the same rules for the Barani. And then you finish off the Barani with, again, just like with we started the Matty into a trippy, this time you go into a trippy spin of the entire TGS. Pretty tricky. Who had something similar to that? I guess Callisto's is similar.
Yeah, Callisto's just a little.
Did Callisto have a specific ladder in it? No, this is
No,
first.
it didn't have a ladder in it. This is the first one with the ladder.
This is the first one with the ladder. So, pretty tricky there. He has pretty much the whole combo done here at the beginning.
Alright, so the breakdown is basically a descending trippy ladder.
So you come through kind of cradle, through the middle, bottom,
so you go through the top gate,
then Matty flip,
down through the middle gate,
then
the bottom
Barani,
gate. So anyways, after you come out of the trippy spin and like unwind,
into
you're now kind of backing away
a
from the
trippy.
gate, looking at it. You go back up to the top, Matty flip from top
Nice.
to bottom. And this one I am going to be pretty particular that there's not a lot of setup time between the Matty flip, and then you got to go straight and do a top to bottom to top Barani. And then as you're coming back through from the Barani, you've got to immediately, as you're coming through that bottom gate, start turning and take it into a trippy spin one time around the whole TGS. You don't have to pass through the middle of it on that one. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. All right. And indoors only 30-second time limit also. All right, backwoods. Starting off with a TGS combo. Next in his group is Phalanx.
Alright, so I've actually recorded this like 3 times, a couple different takes, and you know what? I was in hyperlapse mode the entire time, so none of it was any good. I'm now in a Wicked Big Rush, which I was already in, so bear with me here. Alright, we are looking at a over-under point of interest. I have this example gate set up here. Let's see, things to note. The length, this direction, don't care. At least IGAO gate size, distance away from the wall, distance from the ground, at least 4 feet. We are going to be doing a trick set over this. That trick set's going to be this. Now mind you, I only have one hand here and I'm in a rush, so pretend that my quad is doing what I'm saying that it's doing. I'm also going to put some words on the screen to match. Okay, here we go. Alright, 30-second timer starts when you wall tap. Then we're going to reverse underneath. We're going to go back in for a 360 yaw spin rewind. We're going to go in for a Matty flip. Then we're going to go in for a Matty stall rewind. Then we're going to go into a split back. And After the split back, we're going to continue into a power loop. Then into a maverick loop. Oh, I almost fell over. Ooh, yay, hey, yay, yay. Okay. Yeah, so I am, again, that's an example of a gate you could use. You could do, any kind of an object as long as it meets those criteria. I am admittedly going to be doing it over the ductwork over there. I don't know if it's going to help me, but as a rookie pilot, that's what I got to do. So, good luck.
Alright, so basically you need to make a maximum IGAU size gap off of the wall, right? It doesn't matter how long it is because you're just basically using it like an over-under, but there needs to be a wall on one side and then a gap coming out from that. And he said at least 4 feet above the ground, but it doesn't matter how high it is. And then you do the combo. You start with the wall
Screen to match. Wall tap.
Wall tap.
Then we're going to
Come back
reverse
under.
underneath. We're going to go back in for a 360 yaw spin rewind. We're going to go in for a
He
Matty
says one
flip.
thing, but then the text says something.
What's up?
Then we're going to go in for
So he says
a Matty
a
stall
360
rewind.
Does he say yaw spin?
Yeah, I think that he wants to. Let's see if he wrote
Then
it.
the caption
After
said
split back, we're gonna
360
continue into a power
stall
loop.
rewind.
360
Then
stall
into a
rewind.
Maverick loop. Oh, I almost fell over. Ooh, yay, hey,
It doesn't say roll or
yay. Okay.
yaw. He says yaw in the thing.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
am, again, that's an example of a gate
That's
you
why I
could
was
use. You could
confused.
do, any kind of an object as long as it meets those criteria.
Can you do either
I am
Callisto
admittedly
version?
going
Because
to
there's
be
like
doing
the
it
older Callisto version
over the
where you
ductwork
yaw
over
spin
there.
kind of flat, or there's the newer one where you yaw spin kind of ninja
I
star.
don't know if it's going to help me.
I thought
but
that
as
was a
rookie
wall
pilot,
ride
That's what I got to do.
rewind.
So,
You're spinning up against the wall.
Well, in the old whatever stall 360 rewind video from Heads, like back in the day, he does his right where you go like this, and then the roll 360 rewind, and then Callisto does one where you go flat, and then you yaw spin 360 rewind. But then in the video, and Callisto clarified later that you're more supposed to do like the yaw spin where you're kind of like up and down, so it looks kind of like a yaw spin like that. Yeah, so you either do the roll like this or like that, and then you come back.
So it needs to be a yaw spin.
So he says yaw. He does say yaw in the video. So does it matter, Phalanx? Do you want it to? It looks like the way you demonstrated it was kind of this way, like the way that most people did it in their video, parallel to the wall, doing the yaw spin. Okay.
Yeah, I just might want to make sure that's clarified so someone doesn't do like a 360 roll, since the written description is what a 360 roll would be.
Okay, and next up we've got Zip.
What's up, everyone? Zip here with my iGal 5 challenge, the triple flippy trippy. The only requirement is to complete the following
Triple flippy
5
trippy. Oh, you need a logo.
combos
Ogre can
on
get you
TGS.
up with one.
It consists of alternating Matty flips and trippy spins. Start by doing a Matty flip from top to bottom, then transition directly into a trippy spin around one of the lower legs. Complete one full trippy spin around it and come back through the bottom gate. From there, transition into a second Matty flip from top to bottom. Repeat a second trippy spin around the opposite side like before, then finish it off with a third and final Matty flip, again from top to bottom. Exit cleanly to complete the combo.
Whoa, what are we making here?
This example clip is a little sloppy, and it would also fail due to the ground tap, but it illustrates the transitions that are required here.
That's a cool one. He did mention what it drew out when he sent it
doing
to
a
me.
Matty flip from top to bottom, then transition directly into a trippy spin around one of the lower legs. Complete one full trippy spin around
Familiar
it and
shape.
come back through the bottom
He
gate.
could have gone even
From
further
there,
with the
transition
name of
into a
the
second Matty flip from top to bottom.
challenge being
Repeat
something a little
second
more
trippy spin
phallic,
around the
but
opposite side like before,
you know, trippy.
then finish
What do you
off
call
with
it?
a third and final Matty
Triple
flip,
flippy
again
trippy.
from top to bottom. Exit cleanly to complete the
That's
combo.
pretty funny though. That's a cool one though. I like that. It's a
This
little
example
more
clip is a
like
little
simple
sloppy
and
and
like
would also fail due to the
not
ground
as
tab,
many things,
but it
but
illustrates the
it's a
transitions
cool
that are required here.
just a cool motion overall. It's kind of like a little
I like it.
bow tie or knot wrap up around the TGS there. All right.
Pretty cool.
Zip, and then our final contestant in the Radio Master group is Flavo.
Hi guys, and welcome to the Trash Your Whoop Challenge. For this challenge you need a trash can, a bin, or simply a box with a single opening on top. The opening may have a maximum of 45 centimeters in diameter or 17.7 inches, and the box or can needs to have a depth of at least 3/4 from the opening's diameter. So the idea is to use something which has a little bit of depth to it, like a trash can, and not something which is not deep enough, like for example a tray. And you need to fly indoors with a ceiling height of maximum 10 feet, and you need 3 walls or any kind of obstacle on which you can do wall taps. So to start the challenge, you fly towards your bin or box, you do a full orbit around it, you fly above it, disarm, and drop, land inside the box. You have to land upright. You cannot do any turtle mode. Also for the next step, you are not allowed to do any kind of adjustments or to orientate your whoop inside the box. You just have to arm, take off, and immediately while exiting the box you have to do a power loop and tap your first wall while facing downwards. Fly away cleanly towards the next wall. On the next wall you have to do again any kind of wall tap you like. Then you have to fly towards the third wall. On the third wall you have to do a wall tap facing downwards, followed immediately by a power loop. Come back to the wall and do another wall tap facing downwards and fly away cleanly. So it has to be like a continuous loop motion. Wall tap, power loop,
Correct.
into wall tap, fly away. Next thing you have to do is a ceiling tap. Then you have to do a side loop and disarm and land upright on any flat surface. No turtle mode, no bouncing, simply land, disarm and land upright. Next thing, you have to arm again and take off immediately into a front flip, and then fly away at a distance of at least 5 feet or 1.5 meters from your box or bin. Then start flying towards the bin. When you get to it, start doing a backflip and immediately disarm to drop your whoop into the box. The disarm has to happen before the whoop enters the box, and this all has to be like a continuous motion, just like you would throw your whoop into the trash can. So you are not allowed to pause anywhere before doing the backflip and disarming to drop the whoop into the box. You can do any kind of tricks you like in between the requirements, but you cannot do any failed attempts or any bumps or taps except the ones required. That's it. The Trash Your Whoop Challenge, or better yet, try not to destroy your whoop challenge. Good luck and happy whooping.
It's an interesting
All
challenge.
right, a lot of wall taps, yep, and then some kind of
Yeah.
like control. I like the idea of like having to land in the box and then pop right out into a wall tap.
Yeah, it's
With
very
some
interesting.
playing,
It's like
yeah.
you got like finite.
None of the
rules.
individual elements are that hard, but doing them all
No, but
together in
yeah,
one run,
yeah.
it's be tricky, for sure.
Just put the whoop in the box.
So,
2 sheep, 4 ducks.
all right,
Put the money in the bag. All right, Blast, we got this.
let's remove Radio Master. Down to 5 groups. Can Blastas duck get it done this time?
Oh, I'm a Murdoch. I have a fin. If I can't go faster than all the other ducks, something is wrong.
Oh, WCT going forward. Oh, Blasta going forward. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh, Orca.
Oh my God, Orca.
The speed.
Orca's insane. This speed.
All right, Orca group is Jal's group. So
Jal,
let's start with Jal.
Jow, jow, jow.
Like a level of Undertale. Sorry, I have to turn on you now.
So 30 seconds TGS combo. Timer starts when you go through the first gate and ends when you cross through the last gate. So split S ladder. So like split S back and forth, alternating roll directions. Power loop ladder. So like bottom, middle, bottom, top. Then Immelman, bottom, top. Then a Maddie stall rewind, back through the bottom. Then Maddie flip, top, middle, top, bottom. Or no, sorry, top, middle, bottom, middle, bottom. And then Juicy flick. Then a half Maddie through the middle. And then cap it off with a power flip.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's a lot of tricks in a row, but
should have put a time limit on it, Joe.
He did 30 seconds.
Okay. No, yeah.
It also has to be inside.
Yeah, I mean it's on a TGS, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because he doesn't go over the top on any of them. So split S, back and forth. Akira does those a lot, and then power loop ladder, middle, bottom, middle, top. Switch back. You have to have the TGS in the view. Then Immelman to Maddie stall rewind. Then you do 2 Maddie flips, kind of going down the ladder. Juicy flick, half Maddie, and then finish it off with the power flip. Nice one from Jeff. Very clear. Good example clip there from captain of the Orca team or Orca group. Next up, we've got Cybex.
Hello, this is a low production quality video explaining my playoff challenge. First, you must set up a skateboard or longboard sized gap indoors. An actual skateboard is preferred, but if you do not have one, you can make one out of PVC. The dimensions of your gap must be no larger than 24 inches wide and 3.5 inches tall from the ground. And must be at least 9 inches deep or deeper if you'd like. There is no ceiling height limit, but the trick must be done indoors. Players must do a full clean and complete power loop under the skateboard with no bumps or ground taps. Your power loop must have CLM and a circular or semicircular motion like we had for Challenge 2, meaning you can't fly back 10 feet away from the skateboard to make it easier to line up the gap when you come back through to complete the loop. Good luck and happy whooping.
Nice one there. He went through a few different variations of it, but ended up with going with just one loop to make sure he could probably get it done during the challenge.
You must set
also
up
considered like a power flip or back-to-back power loops, or it's a couple other things, but ended up.
It's gonna take some time to gap right, like for fine tuning yourself so you can hit it every time.
Yeah, because
definitely not an easy challenge.
It's definitely going to take, getting it just right. You're not just going to be able to go out there and pull it off the first time, because you got to, if you can't toss yourself way back and then just go straight under it, you got to get it'd be easier if it was just one bar, but having it the distance on it too, you kind of get it. You got to get that just nice right distance and swoop. And he did it. He did it a couple different times, like when it was rolling in the preseason. So. Nice one there from Cybex. Next up, we've got Professor Biohazard.
Can I help you?
So this one is kind of like a couple people did similar things to the op loop type challenge. But Professor Biohazard put kind of a different spin on it. It's kind of like a whole little like dance here.
So what is that camera? Maybe it's the FOV that's in.
I'm not sure what sim this is.
I think that's FPG Logic.
Is it?
Yeah, because it has like kind of like a retro-y type of font.
It reminds me like of a all plume type dancey move.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he calls it the Maddie Clockface Challenge. So you come under, you
70 Maddie flip is like you stop halfway through the Maddie flip.
So sort of, it's like you start under, switch around, and then basically you have to have the thing in view the whole time. You do one Maddie flip, and then you come up and you have to do a 270 at the top, kind of switching directions. Then you switch back at the bottom, switch back at the top, switch back, and then you kind of go to like the pendulum level. So before you were doing, it's like you were doing a pendulum up and down, and then you do a pendulum like on the bottom, and then you kind of do it on the back.
Yeah, this seems like a pain to do indoors.
So it's like you're doing a vertical pendulum and then a horizontal pendulum, right? One on each side of the thing, and then finish it off with some more Maddie. It's gonna be hard to remember. Like that one's gonna take a little bit of practice to get that like whole sequence down. It's kind of like you're doing like a bounce back and forth on the front side of it, and then you go to a bounce back and forth under, and then you flip around to a bounce back and forth on the far side, and then you finish off with some Maddies. Pretty cool combo, for sure. If you can get that really nice like rewind looking motion, that one will be cool for sure. All right, and then ball sack. So Jal did TGS, Cybex did custom small gap. Professor Biohazard has any size, and I'm pretty sure Ballsack also has just a major over-under. Oh yeah, I liked his challenge. Okay, so he's got like a series of tricks that you do on an over-under obstacle. I think you might call out a maximum size on that.
Hasta mañana, te quiero.
I don't think so. We'll just watch it, but it's a similar idea to Professor Biohazard's actually, but with like different levels of Baranis kind of. Starts out with a new trick, was it inverted? He calls it 360 ham stall rewind, so like a stall rewind with inverted 360. Then he does the no Ronnie, that was Sweem's trick. The fake Barani, which was Shal's trick. Then an actual Barani. Then the Mavani.
Classic.
And then a 4-Ronnie.
Ooh.
And then and then a 540 Mavani. Which that one's pretty tricky. I thought it'd be a 540 Ronnie, but
tough to do in real life.
Then a Roll-Oni, a Roller-Oni. That's a different thing he just made up. And then a 540 Flip-Oni.
Ooh.
It's like a Brawny. It's like a Brawny with a 540 and a flip. It's kind of a play on like, because when he did his like power switch trick that had like the power flip to like Maddie flip, I was like, this is kind of too much of a combo. So he has like, he's got his variations, and then his other ones are too much, and then way too much. So the Roller-Oni looks like it's a 4-Oni with a roll in it, right?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Right? Because the 4-Oni, you come up, you kind of do like the, but it's got an extra roll in it.
That. That's spicy.
That's pretty cool. And then this one, it's a 540 Brawny with an extra flip on the Maddie flip. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think that's the first time I've ever seen one do a flip on you too. So very cool. Who did that challenge?
Ball sack.
Ball sack. Very
So-
nice ball sack.
Yeah, I think you can do that on any size over under obstacle.
Shit, flip onies by themselves are difficult to do, but a 540 flip oni, yeah, you're gonna want a big obstacle for that.
Yeah, over under obstacle. Any over under obstacle. Inside or outside, back to back, no. No crashes, bumps, or ground. So I also like that first trick he did, which is like kind of just another version of stall rewind, but with the inverted 360 in it. That's pretty cool looking, I think. So they're all like basically Oni variations, right, where you come backwards through the gate in the end of the trick. So cool in there from
Very cool.
Ball
Good
sack.
job, ball sack.
So those two are pretty. At least you can do those two kind of together somewhere. You can find a nice big tall obstacle. Kind of try to pull those ones off. Excuse me, those two, biohazard and ball sack. All right, getting down to it. How many more groups we got here?
All right, you
halfway
gonna win this
down.
time, last time?
Just watched Orca.
I
So
don't
4
know. I
more
thought I was
groups.
gonna win last time, but might be the last one to go at this point. Don't got no fin anymore.
You got a little cute little crown there and some makeup. Oh, look,
Oh,
you're
I
out
take the
front.
early
You're out
lead.
front.
Early lead is never good in this
Oh,
game.
you're never fast enough. Never fast
Yeah,
enough at the
no.
end. All right, West Coast. This is the Cha-Cha group. All right. All right.
Do you have enough battery on your roof to get it all? That's a good question.
All right. 10-foot ceilings, 9-trick combo on a TGS. 1 through 8 must be performed immediately after one another, back to back to back to back to back to back to back. All tricks with CLM. Okay. And then 10 is just fly away cleanly. 1 trippy spin, not in the back to backs. So power loop, side loop, Matty flip, power loop, side loop, Matty flip, split S, back power flip, trippy spin. All right. Some rules there.
Everybody's going with the TGS speed combos. A lot of TGS speed combos.
Yeah, it's very off-lazy.
Mo Bonnie.
Hello, Cha-Cha here to talk about my playoffs challenge. So for this challenge, it's indoors only with a maximum ceiling height of 10 feet. You'll need an IGAL approved TGS. There'll be no bumps, ground taps, crashes, failed attempts, missed gates allowed. The tricks must be done in the correct order with no tricks added in between. For tricks 1 through 8, they must be done back to back to back to back, and there's no major adjustments allowed, such as, you know, flying back to set up for the next trick because you got off of the correct line. For the combo, I had it listed and it was just shown in the video, but I want to talk about the specific trick requirements. So to begin with Matty flips, after you complete your flip and begin your Matty motion, you must keep in view the top bar of the TGS. So after you flip, you'll be in this position and begin your Matty motion. The top bar must remain in view throughout that duration until you pass the threshold of the...
That's an Akira requirement.
Yep.
For the split S, you must begin rolling as you go through the middle gate. You need to do, you know, a full 180 degree roll style yaw spin or split S. There'll be no yaw style split S's allowed. So you must fully roll and go inverted. For the back power flip, you must be actively flipping as you go through the top gate. So you're not allowed to fly up, flip, then go through, or fly up, go through, then flip. You must be actively flipping through the top gate. For the trippy spins, you must do one full trippy spin with both poles in the center portion of your FPV view. They cannot touch the corners or dip past. As you're going into or out of your trippy spin, they can touch the corners or go past, but you must have one full clean trippy spin with the poles in that top portion. Finally, let's talk about the side loops. For the side loops, you must go in opposite directions. So what that means is, for the first side loop, if you yaw to the right to do it, on the next one, you must yaw to the left to do your side loop. If you do this correctly, you'll be looking at the same pole during this combo. Speaking of the point of interest during the side loop, you must be facing the pole plus or minus 45 degrees. So like this, you know, if it looks like a power loop, it's obviously incorrect. You must be facing the pole. In an ideal world, it would look like this. During your side loop, you must go fully inverted. And then finally, the most probably complicated part, during the combo, when you do the power loop, you'll go bottom gate, middle gate. After that, when it's time for the side loop, before you get to the bottom gate, you must begin yawing, so that way you transition into that side loop motion before you pass the bottom gate. So you'll be power looping, twist, side loop, then bottom gate, middle gate. After you hit middle gate, you must begin transitioning into a Matty motion before you pass through that bottom gate. And it's same for the bottom top portion of the combo. Well, I hope all that made sense between this and the video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer, and best of luck with this playoff challenge. I'm really excited to see your video.
All right. So also kind of like a lot of the kind of like loop switching inspired challenges. Nice one there from Cha Cha. Lots of clear instructions on what each trick is pass and fail, so that's good. Okay, next up we've got in this group is Ryfly. I think Ryfly's is pretty simple as far as explanation goes. Also a TGS. We got back-to-back TGS. Oh, that's right. So he's going half Matty combo here. It starts off with an orbit, then you cradle, double cradle, then half Matty climb up. Alright, pretty straightforward. Then do you say you have to alternate roll directions? Orbit around, cradle into the bottom, then half Matty pendulum, bottom, middle, top. Alternating roll directions. Yep. Finish with the celebration roll. Nice one there. So you orbit around, and then you do double cradle back through the bottom, and then you alternating half Matty ladder up to the top. Celebration roll to finish it off.
Pretty cool.
I like that.
Straightforward in there from Wi-Fi. Next we've got Val.
All right, guys, I gotta head out. Take it easy.
See you, Tyrant.
Peace out.
Peace.
We are here to see a brand new type of obstacle called the TG Cross. What is TG Cross, you might ask? It's a good old TGS that received a couple of hands to represent the holy quaternity of FPV. One arm for the motors and props. One for the ESC. One for the flight controller. And last is for the frame to carry it all.
We're going to perform following combo on TG Cross. Start with a power loop from bottom. Do a dive gate into a top gate. Finish at the middle gate. Immediately follow up with another power loop, middle, dive, top, dive, middle. Right after that, perform a power split. Power loop motion through middle into the dive gate, then top gate and stop around next dive gate.
I think it's going to be tougher than it
going
seems.
to the dive gate into the top, then dive gate and into the middle gate.
Because it kind of seems like the extra gates wouldn't add too much, but I think that makes you like.
After Maddie, perform a split S.
What I kind of feel about
dive gate and into the top
to do
gate.
the stall one, like into the gate and then back out the power switch. I think that'll
Initiate
be kind of tricky.
one last power loop going to the top and both dive gates. Exit TG Cross via the middle gate. 180 y'all, and perform a celebration roll with TG Cross in view.
TG Cross.
TG
like
Cross.
An
Hello,
advertisement.
So
what is TG Cross, you might ask? It's a
it
good old
was
TGS that received a
power
couple of
loop
hands
through
to
like
represent
all
the
four
holy
of the gates
quaternity
there.
of FPV. One arm
And
for the
then you
motors
do
and props.
another power loop.
One for the ESC. One for the flight controller.
So you start at the bottom and then
And
you go
last
up,
is for the frame
and then
to
through
carry
the
it all.
middle, through another one.
We're going to perform
a
following
power
combo
switch,
on TG Cross.
Then you bounce
Start
back
with a power
out.
loop from bottom. Do a dive gate into a top gate.
So a lot of
Finish
power
at the
loops
middle
and
gate.
power switches.
Yeah. A lot of
But-
precise ones, so you gotta make sure you're
That'd be
not
interesting.
going too high.
All right, and then Chatbot, I think, had the most outside the box thinking challenge here.
I'm excited for this.
I wish Tyrant. I should have had Tyrant stick around and listen to this one, see if he liked it or not. I don't think Tyrant would love this challenge, but I think it's a fun idea.
Clean vertical circles. Yeah. Oh my god, you've got to tap a pencil to your whoop. It's like right on the wall.
Yep.
Oh my god. Bro, I could not do this. This is diabolical. I would be so mad. Can you crash and get up?
Oh yeah, you have 3 minutes to do it total. So basically a battery, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you can have like, doesn't matter if you have capitals or lowercase, or if it's like spaced out weird, that's fine.
It must read correctly by an AI thing. Oh
Yeah,
my
so
God.
that's part. So you got to take a picture of your end result, and then an AI has to an
Sticker
AI
stamps
test will
for
put
writing,
through.
remark surface.
Yeah,
You
those
can't
are
do
actually
LOS.
no, and no. Yeah, so you can't have it like somehow where it's like, a stencil or something. You just have to rub on it to get the letters. I don't know how you do that, but or a sticker, that's a good idea, or a stamp, or on the ground. It has to be on the wall. So I have some ideas about how I think I would do it, but I don't want to like give them away.
Yeah,
But
I'm trying to think. I feel like you have to maybe like put the thing on like a floppy. Does it have to be a pencil or a writing utensil?
well, it has to be something that writes, right? He said chalk. I would do like a Sharpie, probably a pen, some type of felt.
What if you like
pen.
cover your whoop in ink and just like
and
fly against the wall?
I feel like that would be harder to control, right?
Just have like a paint thing on the. Oh no, yeah, your paint would get all over your whoop. That wouldn't work.
Yeah,
All
it'll
over
be
your
interesting.
props.
I'm gonna actually try it because I want to see how hard it is. I don't really have an idea of how hard it would be. I think I have an idea. I'll talk to you about it once we get up here. But I don't want to give the people like an unfair idea. I think I would know how I would go about it though. Spray paint can. Okay. That was the. What group was that? West Coast Throwdown? Yeah, group. Okay, we got all of those ones. That's gonna be a fun one.
That's gonna be tough. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems hard, but I'm not sure how picky the AI things are. I haven't really used the like lettered things. I feel like they can pick out like pretty poor writing and still kind of figure it out as long as you have like the letters more or less. I think the G will be the hardest letter out of all of them because it has the most like distinct things where you got to get it just right.
Yeah.
I think I would try. Well, I'm already giving away ideas, but
It has non.
It has parts of other letters where if you mess up, it would look like a different letter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Whereas O, it's kind of a circle. W, I think, is pretty defined. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see the writing from the whoops too.
Melissa's like, what the fuck? I thought I was supposed to do tricks.
Yeah, so like that, there were some that like, but I feel like that is still, it's at least like it's piloting your whoop still, right? You still, the skill is still moving your whoop around in a way to get it to do something. Yeah.
Yeah, 100. It's a fantastic challenge.
There were
like
some other ones
a non-challenge challenge.
Yeah, there were some other ones I liked, but they like didn't. They tested other things like Flavu's first challenge idea I really liked is I don't know if you ever seen like the Whitney Houston challenge where they play that song. Anyway, there's a big part where you pause for a second and then there's a drum hit, like.
Yeah, like
comes, no, it just goes like it comes in like silent after a little bit, and then it goes like boom, and then she starts singing again, and it's like hard to time that. So they like there's like a challenge where you like you listen to the song and then you try to hit it right at the right time. So his idea was like to have that song playing and then you have to wall tap right at the right, like within a certain number of seconds of the beat hitting. And I was like, cool. I like the idea, but it's more testing like you're memorizing the amount of time, you know.
Yeah,
in between
it's more like flying to the music rather than a skill-based thing.
So his kind of transitioned into that wall tap thing there. I was like, you could do like a precision wall tap, where you like have to wall tap a very small target or something. And that's kind of what he came up with. Anyway, that one will be interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're getting there.
We're down to 3.
Can the Blasted Duck win any of these races?
I need to fall behind, and then seems like whoever's behind gets the boost. Either me or Custom is gonna get a big boost right here.
Oh, you're charging.
Oh my!
That looks good. You're dominating.
I'm literally just flying past everyone. There it is, boys.
All right, Blast the group finally. That's the Multinator 719 Fire Blast and Akira.
All
right, Multinators is a cube with tape. Oh, with tape dividing the top cube into 4 similar gaps. I like this one. I remember this one's cool. So then you do a different tricks through in the specific gaps. So we'll watch it here.
That's cool.
He explains it pretty well. So, how long does he leave it on here for? Okay. So there's the idea.
Okay. Like standard cube.
Yeah. And then you just put a couple pieces of tape or extra PVC across the top. Then you have to do a cube, like an extra backflip eject. So backflip with an extra one from the front left one to the back left one.
That's going to be rough.
Then you have to do from the front right to from the first right to the second right, you do a front flip like extra front
Yeah.
flip one. So you flip out and then extra front flip down. Then you do what's the third one?
It's like a
roll from, I forget which one it's from. Roll eject.
Roll
Oh,
cube.
gaps don't matter on that one. Okay. So you just have to do a roll cube eject next. So that one, just any gap to any gap.
It's just an eject roll.
Yeah. And then you have to do a split S to power loop. It can be any hole, but it has to be the same hole for the split S and the power loop, and then Maddie style
Oof.
rewind to finish it.
The last part is gonna be rough. The
split
cube
S to
in
power loop directly in the same one.
the cube in real life is gonna be so much smaller. That gap is gonna be so much harder to pull out of.
Yeah, that's tough. So I'd probably go for a front gap. He went for a later gap, but nice combo there. I like the
I love
the
it. Yeah, I
idea
do love the combo. It's gonna
of
be really
hitting it.
tough.
Yeah, those first two ones are pretty cool too. The extra back flip and then the front flip, and specifying the gaps to make it even tougher. So that's a cool one from Alternator. All right, from 719. This is up next.
Loops and ladders.
Yep. The perch wasn't a part of it at the end now. To land on the thing at the end, or at least it wasn't listed in there. Alright,
Loop,
so
up, bottom, power, back.
power loop, and then you do a power loop, and then ladder up, the Maddie flip, or sorry, yeah, power loop, ladder up, Maddie flip, ladder down, side loop, and then counterclockwise ladder up, counterclockwise ladder down, power loop, power loop. So kind of almost more of a speed one there because there's a lot of things. I think it's 30 seconds max too, I could be wrong. No, maybe he didn't have a time limit on his.
Yeah, no time limit. We gotta put a time limit.
I forget. Let me look at the official submissions here.
Multi-dater says in chat that the perch is part of it. No time limit. All right.
Yep, no time limit.
It's gonna be bright fiving these side loops.
Yep. You'll see someone even did challenge like that. All right. Okay, so loops and ladders. You got power loops, side loops, and ladders
I
up
like
and
that.
downs. No bumps, no ground taps. Got to be all clean. So both so far two. Wait, what was Multinator was also? Oh no, he got a cube. So we got a cube, a TGS, Fire Blast. Is up next? Oh, okay, Fire Blast. Another one that was unique. Not as crazy as wow, it's 7 minutes. Like, it seemed like a pretty straightforward challenge. I wonder if he explains in 7 minutes. Guess we'll find out here.
Hi, so for my challenge you will have to land your whoop on a really small circular or square obstacle. And you have to land it 2 times in a row on this obstacle with a maximum time of 15 seconds between the first and second touchdown. So first you have to land on the surface and disarm. Now the 15 seconds start counting. then your whoop has to stand still for at least 1 second. Then you can take off again, and you have to fly away at least far enough so that your whoop isn't directly above the obstacle anymore. Land on the surface again and disarm. The 15-second stop when you have touched down and disarmed. Now stand still for 1 second again and take off again. Additional requirements are your video has to include a timer. You have to measure the surface with a ruler as a proof. No bumps or ground taps are allowed other than the landings, and you have to fly with goggles. No line of sight flying permitted, and maximum camera angle of 65 and minimum of 0 degrees. The landing surface has to be at least 30 centimeters above ground or the surface it is set up upon. And the maximum spanning surface area of the obstacle you land on is allowed to be as follows based on your whoop frame size. So for example, for 65mm whoops you will be allowed to have 1 square inch, and for 85mm you would have 1.71 square inch, and I wrote the conversions to square centimeters here. And same rules apply if you have any different frame size. The surface area is meant as the total spanning area. You can imagine this like the surface area of a cloth or a plate you would put onto the surface, and you're, for example, not allowed to make the total outline area any larger by, for example, saving surface area through using fine structures or holes and cutouts. Only the outline contour counts for the surface area calculation.
I didn't get that for a second, but now I get it.
And the outline of the surface needs to
I
be
did tell him to make sure that
the surface can
try not to make
I
try not to make it so that anyone can like cheese it. Is what I told him. So he definitely went all in.
I'm thinking of a way
surface against the wall
that you can cheese it.
Well, he's saying it has to be a solid, so you couldn't make like a giant.
And no,
like it has to be a continuous surface.
Yeah, but he doesn't say what the surface has to be made of.
Oh, he goes into the stickiness.
Oh, fuck.
He'll go into that because he had a whole thing about that before too. About it
just
being
put tape
sticky.
on it.
Yeah, about it being sticky. I was like, well, could you put like Uma grip on it, right? Like something like that. That would help you kind of stick there.
Oh, magnets.
Magnets. Oh, that would really help.
Will probably ruin your motors, but
he does say that you can put like a little flat surface on the bottom of your whoop to help you land, though. I'm pretty sure that's like allowed. Like if
can, for example, like in this video,
like
material.
Printed IGAO gate connector plugged on top of a PVC tube. Because this is
you could put something on the bottom of your drone to help.
Yeah, he said that. I think he says that's okay. You can put like a little flat surface on the bottom of your drone if you like.
If you're flying a whoop,
like a rough surface on the bottom of your drone to help you stick, maybe.
Something like that.
Here.
He's saying.
It will always tip over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go.
You are allowed to attach a small.
Yeah, you thought of everything.
So that it will stand upright without tipping over.
That's tough, man. This
it's gonna be hard for sure. Twice in 15 seconds.
Twice in 15 seconds. I think I would get too frustrated and give up with this challenge. Honestly, like I would say most pilots who are in this group in the top 32 could do something like this, but without in a matter of ease. Nah, it's gonna take.
So this is just
it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be very annoying, I think.
I think it'll come down to like you being able to like spot the area, right?
I just found this flashlight.
You being able to what?
Because you're gonna have to have like like something on the wall where you're looking at it in the right.
Oh yeah, and then super low camera angle, probably even in angle mode.
Yeah, maybe.
Centimeters.
That's what I was thinking about Chatbot's challenge too. You fly in angle mode to draw on the wall.
I definitely think you would want
area by taking half diameter squared and
you'd want like a 0 cam angle basically.
pi.
Yeah,
Any up is
basically.
And
helping.
then I will get.
He did
that
say you
it's,
can't go
6.15
straight up might help too,
square
but
centimeters,
I think that'd be harder.
which is
Straight
less
forward's
than
probably easiest.
6.45.
Yeah, straight. Just
But he
square
did say you
centimeters
can't go negative, so you
for
can
my
have it like a
65
down
millimeter,
facing camera.
and
Just
in
like
this case,
get the.
because it's not high enough.
So you're gonna have
I
you
would
can have two cameras.
a separate pole, so
One on
that
the
it is
front and one
raised
up.
to at least 30 centimeters above ground, or the table in
Yeah,
this case.
so he's saying it has to be a certain like
And
30
this
centimeters.
Put a
high,
mirror.
basically
Put a
gauge.
mirror to look down.
So
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
my landing
Ooh.
surface with a ruler
Now we got the big brains coming out in the chat.
about
Yeah.
Attach
so-
a
away
vacuum to the pipe and
and
switch it
then
on or off.
away. And
I think
land
even if
again
you can do it somewhat consistently, it's going to be tough to.
in my
It looks
room
like. Oh, does he pull it off here? Let's see.
and try to land on it.
Ooh, having the bar across, that's
And
smart, because
right
then
as I
you
land
have something to
disarm,
line it up,
timer
right?
Starts counting. I have to stand still for at least 1 second. Then I take off again, fly a bit away,
Oh!
and land again.
I mean, it seems like you got it there.
Timer
So
stops
in 12
before the
seconds.
15-second
Yeah,
mark.
it's
And
definitely
now
gonna be a
just
bunch of trial and
do
error.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I hope you
Tricky.
have fun trying this challenge, and I wish you all the best luck.
I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Super precise perch, basically, is the idea. And then doing it twice so that you can show.
Just
that you're
turn down
obviously-
your motor KV a lot and turn on angle mode and just kind of like fine tune your movements on the controller. You should eventually get it.
Yeah, you probably could either put a bunch of expo or lower your rates a lot.
Yeah.
You could get like real precise control. Okay.
Yeah, throttle expo.
Next, who was that? That was Fire Blast. All right, and now we got Akira.
Akira with some crazy stuff coming up, I'm assuming.
So he's got a cube and a TGS, and they're separated by 95 centimeters. What's that? Just slightly more than a gate space.
Yep.
Inside, ceiling height. Big list of tricks. So, there's some harder trick ones, I think, but I think Akira's takes the most precision. Because most of his tricks, you're like transferring from the TGS like down into the cube, or like something like that. Does he have exact example clips? Okay. All right, so big combo there. He showed
Was it
some.
all one
Yeah, it's
one
all
combo?
one. It's all one combo. He was just showing some of the ones that were a little bit more confusing. So basically, 540 split S through the top of the TGS, and then come back so towards the cube. Then you finish through the top of the cube. Then you go back and then Maverick loop through the middle of the gate, then back into the cube. So he showed that at the beginning. So this is the first section. 540 split S through the cube, then Maverick loop back through the middle, back through the cube.
Okay, yeah.
And
He
then
just does it all so fast. You're like,
yeah.
It's just,
Then you do a power loop of the TGS bottom, top of the TGS, top of the cube. I don't think he has that one in there. That's pretty obvious. And then a Matty flip, the middle of the TGS, the bottom of the TGS, and then a little Matty flip. Then a power switch. So you're going to go TGS bottom, TGS middle, TGS bottom, and then, wait, power switch. Oh yeah, so like, then back through, come backwards through the cube, move forwards through the cube, and then split S, TGS middle, TGS bottom, eject roll through the top of the cube, immediately into a Mavi roll over the cube, through the front face while exiting. Whew. I was feeling okay until this one, 719 says. Yeah, same. So yeah, pretty complicated there. Any specific things? Oh, his Matty flip rule: keep the TGS in TGS in view after the Matty flip when you're going backwards. Eject roll: part of the cube has to be in view during the roll. Makes sense. Half flip 540 roll: must keep at least half of the part of the TGS in view at all times during the 540 roll.
That's rough. That's gonna be rough. It's gonna be super rough.
I think these are the hardest ones where you have to like do the trick through so many specific gates, like coming back and then hitting through the cube.
Are gonna be the hardest like trick combos, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's
To me,
another
chatbot's
tough
gonna be
one.
the hardest like meme trick or fun challenge.
All right. So we got between newbie drone and custom now.
I'm gonna be right back while you run this.
I'm gonna email everyone in the group too each of the challenges for your group, plus all the rules that the pilots wrote out. Should be in the description, but also, oops, why did I put Blasta? We just watched Blasta. That should have been
Winner.
You won again, even though
There it is.
I should have taken out. So wait, who didn't win? Newbie drone. So newbie drone's last. So custom FPV group. All right, Dingles, our captain here. A TGS combo and a wall. His is indoors, but it does not have to be indoors. Your TGS needs to be somewhere between 12 and 20 feet away from a wall that you can tap. So, here's his combo. Honey baked ham hook, top bottom. Maverick loop, top bottom. Tap the wall, come back through. Brawny, top bottom. Half Mavi. He's obviously not doing the tricks here. He's showing kind of the path. Another wall tap, and then come straight back through the middle gate and roll to finish it off. Oh yeah, face punch at the end. I forgot about that. Okay, watch that again. So you have a TGS and a wall. And they have to be somewhere between 12 and 20 feet away. Again, doesn't have to be inside. It can be outside. So with the TGS facing, or from the side of the TGS facing the wall, you start with the honey baked ham hook, which was the Mo trick where you yaw under and then ham hook over the top. Then Maverick loop, just obvious. Then you have to come directly into the wall, and you do a nose down wall tap plus a front flip. Is that after? I'll have to clarify with Tingles. I'm pretty sure he means nose down wall tap and then flip out. Yeah. And then you come back to a Barani. Then a half Mavi. And then an Immelman. Then you go all the way over to the wall. You do a nose up wall tap. And then you come back all the way and you gotta hit the middle gate of the TGS, roll, and then face
Wait,
punch.
was that an Immelman? It looked like he just went up.
No,
and
he
turned.
didn't do the actual tricks. He was just kind of showing the trick path with saying what tricks was supposed to be there. So it's kind of, you put a TGS like a certain distance away from the wall, and then you have to do tricks through the TGS, and two of them involve like going out to the wall, bouncing off it, and coming back to the TGS. The second one blind. Pretty much I think all of them that are combos were implying that it has constant loop motion and you can't have bumps or ground taps. backwoods. We'll put that in.
Yeah,
okay,
I
so
would say it's usually implied, but yeah.
I even said that constant loop motion was implied unless you don't want it. So. Okay, so next that was Dingles. Next we got Blix.
Hello guys. So my challenge is inspired by the challenge Bright5 made for I Go 8 challenge. So basically it's the same things, instead now it's on a TGS. So what's different? It's when you make the 3 orbit, because every time it's 3 orbit you make, you go so one time, the first time bottom, second time middle, and last time bottom. So then side flip. The side flip must be into the top to bottom of the TGS. The way you turn the rotation things, etc., clockwise and clockwise, you can see the Bright5 video because I'm too bad to explain this. I think it's true. It's the correct thing on my video, but it must be the same rotation that Bright5 made.
So it's basically Bri5's challenge from the selfie one, but on a TGS. But instead, Bri5's every time was like 1, 2, 3 through the legs every time. He's having you go 1 up to the middle to 3 to the bottom for each of those.
Okay, it's a little modification.
Yeah, and then the side loops like from the bottom to the top rather than over your head, obviously, because
that's cool.
So yeah, bottom.
Yeah,
middle,
so then you do the little switchy thing.
You do the little turn. Bottom.
1
middle,
up,
to
bottom, side loop,
flip,
switch
bottom,
directions.
Middle, bottom. When you do the orbit, you must have the foot you are orbiting of the TGS
He's saying you have to have this.
in your FPV view.
You gotta
When
have
you are,
the leg
of
in
course,
view.
when you are doing the side flip, you can have it outside of your POV. But when you land, you catch, you need to have the feet on your FPV view.
So same rule as Bri5 there. Like as you come down from the loop, you gotta see the foot again and then spin,
but you have
keeping the foot in view the whole time.
So bottom, middle, bottom, side flip, and yeah, as you pass the bottom gate for the last time, you have 5 seconds to make a Rubik's Cube, then catch your drone. You can land on your radio if it's not only a bump and then you go out. If you land and it's okay. You can also catch it by hand, the drone must land and stay on your body.
So his modification there is at the end for Bri5 you did the last side loop thing and then you came through. You did a snap back and then catch. For his you have to do a Rubik's Cube and then Bri5 was very specific. You had to catch it in your hand only. He's saying you just have to land on yourself.
Alright, so just a little modifications from Bri5, but on like a
You can do,
TGS, essentially.
The turn and
that's cool.
things on the TGS outside, but the Rubik's Cube must be inside with a max roof of 10 feet.
So Rubik's Cube has to be under a ceiling.
If you have some question, feel free to ask. I know I'm not the best at explaining things, so yeah. Goodbye and good luck.
So here's his example. Side loop, and then 1, 2, 3, switchy deal. 1, 2, 3, side loop. Switch. 2, 3, side loop. He forgot to go up to the middle on that one. Switch again. One more set of spinnies. And then Rubik's Cube and self-catch.
Nice.
Alright.
It's a good one. Nice job.
Yeah, I like how he modified the challenge to work with the TGS. That's Blix, yep. Alright. Next we've got Mayuka. Alright, 5 power loops in a row, but you must turn 90 degrees yaw each time as you invert at the top. Except the last power loop. You must be vertical before you turn the yaw 90 degrees. You should start and end up with a normal power loop. The obstacle cannot be higher than 13 feet. So, can be an over-under, but not a super giant one. And so it's kind of like the Oplume challenge, but you're switching at the top instead of at the bottom. So you go power loop into a side loop, into a Matty flip, into a side loop, into a power loop, and then you finish off with one extra power loop. So the switch always at the top. Obviously the same yaw direction, otherwise you'd go back right to the previous trick.
Wait, this isn't a sim, right?
Yeah, that was a sim.
Okay. I was like, this is very realistic.
Yeah, so you go start a power loop, and then at the top of the loop you 180 or 90 degree yaw into a side loop. You go all the way around with the side loop back up to the top. And then you switch again, this time into a reverse loop or like a full Matty flip all the way back up.
Yeah.
Another side loop back to a regular power loop, and then one extra power loop to finish it off. It's an Oplume drill, yep. Which is one of the challenges that's like in the next challenge, in the next level you'll see that. Yeah. But yeah, if you've seen those Oplume like practice drills, that's like sort of like how it goes. Alright, so that's Mayuka's. It's 5 total loops. The first one goes power loop to side loop, full side loop to Matty, full Matty to another side loop, and then finish it off with an extra full power loop. And yeah, maximum of 13 feet above the ground, but any size over under obstacle. Just can't be super high. And our final one is Jonas in the custom group. So Jonas has a cube combo. I think he says down here what it is because he doesn't explain exactly. So just a IGAO approved cube or a chair, power loop, Matty flip, half Matty pendulum with 3 half Matties. Pretty straightforward. Power loop, then Matty flip, then 3 half Matties, pendulum.
All in one.
All in one
combo.
clip. Yeah, he was just showing an example there.
Got it. Nice. No time limit.
Nope, no time limit on that one.
All right.
Okay.
There it is.
And our last group is the newbie drone group.
Newbie drone?
So Retry Win up first here.
So let's see what TGS Nightmare.
So you need a approved
I'm interested to see if this is
TGS
worse
on the
than
ground.
Callisto's.
The tricks must be done back to back without stopping. Requirements on execution he has there at the end. We'll see. So here's his combo. He just pulls it off first and then he'll explain it. Because there was a cut in there, I didn't notice that before, but
yeah.
So the double trippy with a switch.
Another cut.
Then a split S type move. Then trippy ladder there, it looks like. Was that like 3 on the bottom, 2 on the middle, 1 on the top? That was interesting.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay, breakdown. Half Mavi. Middle. Top middle, okay. Then a power loop. A power switch. Boom. Matty flip. and then into the trippies. You gotta do at least 2 with a switch, and then at least 2 the other direction.
So are these are separate requirements, or
no? This is all like all one big combo. And then ham hook with a yaw spin at the bottom instead of to start it. Then yeah, trippy ladder, 3 bottom, 2 middle, 1 top. I like that. That's a lot of control. Then 1 top.
With execution with requirement.
And then a Maddie into a trippy ladder. Does he say up? Oh, no, okay, that one's just 1, 2, 3 up. And then that's it. So then he's got some specific rules here. When you're doing the trippies, you have to be able to see the whole top bar.
Oh, oh no.
And you
Good
need
luck,
to be able to
whoever's
see.
in this group.
And you need to be able to see some of the middle bar. He's saying about 50% of it. The whole time, even for the switches. Then you just say basically you need to see the pull. And your Maddie transition into trippy has to be like this. Like I like this rule here. You have when you Maddie down, and then like by the time you go through, you have to be like starting your trippy, rather than like this where you finish the Maddie and then start your trippy. So you have to be like already start Maddieing or start trippying as you're finishing your Maddie. You can't like come out right side up. You have to come out upside down, basically. Pretty tricky. So it's half Mavi, power loop, power switch, Maddie flip, then a trippy switch, then the reverse ham hook type thing, then trippy ladder. I like this trippy ladder: 3 bottom, 2 middle, 1 top, and then the last trick is the Maddie to full trippy ladder. Nightwing says, "Damn." Yeah, that one's pretty.
They ain't messing around.
That one's pretty tough. All right.
Nightwing.
Next up, we got ECB.
Nightwing.
He's got the TGS gaps. So the top of a gate. So basically, you have a TGS, but the top gate, instead of being a full gate, is just a 3-inch tall opening, or it's double the height of your whoop. So his whoop was about 1.5 inches. So it'd be 3 inches for that. If you had like a bigger, like whatever 2S with the battery hanging off, you could get twice that height. So his whoop's 1.5 inches tall. So his top gate of the TGS is 3 inches tall. Then the rest of the TGS is the same. So, makes sense? Normal gate,
crazy.
Gate that's twice your size.
Like a skateboard thing, but worse.
Yeah. But none of his, at least none of them you'll see, none of them you're like doing while you're doing the inverted part. But you do have to get this gap like 3 or 4 times total, I think. So, you come through, power loop, top, and then as you finish through that Maddie flip, then Maddie stall rewind, half Maddie, Mavi roll, snap back, then power flip, then juicy flip, and Rubik's Cube when you're done. So it seemed complicated there, but most of them are actually through the middle gates.
Yeah, you're not going through it backwards really ever.
Yeah, so you start with it and you go power loop, like small gap over the top, back small gap. And then after, sorry, I went a little late there. Power loop over tap, back, and then as you're coming through the second time, you transition to a Matty. So you hit the gap and then you Matty down to the bottom. And then you do a Matty stall rewind back through. Then you gotta put some in here quick. Okay. Then a hat. Wait, would I miss one? We do the Matty flip to the bottom. Open air power loop to set up. So you just do like a blind flip basically. And then Matty stall rewind. Half Matty through the middle. Mavi roll bottom, middle, bottom. Mavi roll is what, like a Mavi Maverick loop with a roll in it, right? Then a snapback. Then your final one is where you hit the top gap again. So after you do the snapback, you come back at it and you go power flip this time. Hit the gap again and then out of the gap the second time, a juicy flip. Then Rubik's Cube to finish it. Alright, so there's what? 1, 2, all the stuff. 3, 4 times total you have to hit the small gap. One time you switch it from a power loop to a Matty flip. One time you switch it from a power flip to a juicy flick. So, should be tricky. But yeah, you're never doing it like where you're going backwards. Like if you had to do a power loop and hit that gap on the top part, that would be super tough. You could get it, but I don't feel like with any consistency. Like if that was in the middle of the
Not in a combo like this, it'd be annoying to just hit it while you're like pulling off a great combo, and it's still gonna be annoying. But
it's still gonna be hard just to hit it even on the straight parts.
It's just basically like an FU in the middle of your combo. You're like doing a power. All you do is a power loop, and you can't hit the gap. Wait.
All right. Next up is wonky.
Tight. Let's see it.
Remember, switching to your pistol is always faster than reloading. You see how fast that was?
What does he try to do?
I don't know. I forget what his challenge was. He told me before. Okay, here it is. Yeah. That's right. Okay, I remember now. So you're setting up basically a gate, and then there's 2 gate size gaps to a TGS, or not a TGS, sorry, a 2GS, he calls it. A 2GS that's on the wall. So like, because they're going to be like gap target or tap targets, right? You're going to have to do some low taps, basically. So you got to tap the lower one, tap the upper one, both times going through the front gate and then back through it. Then Matty flip. Then over it. So he added some things in from last time I saw it. Hold on. Okay. So it's basically like you gotta like tap the wall and then come back through the gate a bunch. So you enter. Okay.
I'm so confused.
Fly through, and you tap the bottom, come back through. Hold on. I remember reading it and making sense. This is a little scattered. Let me read the submission he sent here. Oh, it's in video description. Okay. 2 gate stack against the wall, and then 2 IGAO gates away you have the bottom gate. He calls it a 2GS. I like that. Okay, there's different acts. You fly through the start gate, and then you tap the bottom, like in the bottom gate on the wall. Then you fly backwards through the start gate. Then you fly through the start gate again, and then you tap the top part, and then you fly backwards through the gate. Then you do a Matty flip over the start gate or entrance gate, and then 360 yaw spin in front of it. And then the final one he calls a tap rick. You fly through the entrance gate, wall tap the bottom area, fly backwards over the entrance gate, fly through the entrance gate again, wall tap the bottom area again. Do not fly through or over the entrance gate. Challenge ends 1 second after the wall tap is executed. All right, so then the last tap you have to stop before you come through. You can't go backwards. All right, so you fly forward through the hole, tap it, and then come back. Fly forward again, tap the upper area, and come back through. Then fly forward, tap the bottom area, come over the top. Wait, I'm getting confusing it already. Forward once through bottom area, forward through a second time top area, backwards again. Then the Matty flip and the yaw spin. Then two of the bottom taps. But you can't go through the gate. So back over, tap, and then you have to stop and come out. All right?
Tip, keep your soldering iron ready.
Those are low taps. It'll be tough to get that, like where you tap the wall and come off.
It's not going to be easy.
Yeah. I like that he forces you sometimes to come backwards through the gate, sometimes over, sometimes stop.
People are also going to like mess these challenges up just remembering what to do when. It's a lot to do 3 other challenges plus your own, remembering all these combos and everything.
Yeah, at least I didn't see any of the groups that had a ton of like ones where there were, or more than one where there was full 10 tricks. But definitely some of these are pretty complicated, so. All right.
TC Boar? Oh no. Junker.
Junker, our last challenge.
Hello, iGoers. First of all, I want to say congratulations to all of you who made this far.
I like his little wall setup here.
This is a really honor to be able to compete with such a good pilots as you, and thank you Dan for all of your hard work that you are doing for us. And here is my requirements for create your own challenge round. So basically it should be a quick short challenge with the following requirements. And the requirements number 1 is you must perform the following 3 trick combo on any over-under obstacle. You must perform the tricks in order and immediately one after another, back to back to back. And all of the tricks must contain the CLM motion. And the tricks, first 3 tricks are power roll, then rollback and multi-staller wind. Requirement number 2 is you must set up a TGS or triple gate stack. The bottom gate must be on or near the ground, and the maximum gate size is 28 inch or 71 centimeter per gate. And requirement number 3, you need to perform the following tricks in order, back to back to back. And first trick is split S through the middle gate to the bottom, then Barani from the bottom to the top gate, then roll back through the bottom gate and back through the same gate, then roll back through the middle gate and back through the same gate, and roll back through the top gate and back through the same
rollback
gate.
ladder. Interesting.
Then Matty flip from the top to the
That's
bottom
kinda
gate,
cool.
and power roll from the bottom to the top to the bottom gates. And keep the TGS in camera view when performing rollbacks. And all tricks must be performed with a constant loop motion.
All right.
This is pretty hard challenge, but I'm sure you will be able to do this, and I wish you good luck and happy whooping.
Alright, so you did a pretty good imitation of one of the challenges that we had throughout the season. So the first part is just an any size over under, and it's just a power roll, roll back, Maddie stall, rewind. So that can be any size thing that you do it, and then the second part's on the TGS, and it's a split S through the middle and to the bottom, and then a brawny from the bottom, top, bottom. Then you do like a rollback ladder, basically. You do a rollback through the bottom gate, then through the middle gate, and then the top gate. So forward through it and back on each of those. And then a Maddie flip, top to bottom, and then finish it off with a power roll, bottom to top. So, like
Nice.
how he did the same thing like I did in the challenges during the season, right? You kind of have the tricks here that make up your harder part, and then or that go well together on any size thing, and then you have a more precise here. So seems like a good little combo there. So this group has what we've got. Sorry, this was newbie drone. Retry has a TGS. Junker also with the TGS. EasyB was his also TGS? Oh, his was TGS with the tiny little top opening. And then Wonky has the 2GS with the wall taps. So a lot of TGS combos. That was the most common one. And then a couple of different outside the box ones like chatbots and Flavooz is kind of a little bit different. What was
They're all
the
on
other
the
one, though?
wall.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I'm going to make these videos up, and I also have some prize emails to send out. So I'm going to eat some food and then do that.
Nice.
And yeah, you guys have until next Sunday, which is the 14th. At what time did I set the deadline at? 12 noon. So we're going to start the stream right at 12 noon. So I won't even really have.
Oh, you only giving them a
basically-
week to do all of the challenges?
Yeah, so they have whatever 11
Oh my
days
God.
total, right?
Good
or no,
luck.
10 days total. Yeah. And again, remember, I'll write it in the email, but for your own challenge, you got to do the pinky, show the pinky for I. Like sign language letter I. Give your
Pinky
little pinky
up.
when you're doing your own
It's-
challenge, because some people obviously they already had their challenge completed in the example clip, so you just have to do it again with the pinky. That was, if you're wondering why you had to do that, the main idea was to prevent someone from just flying on a TGS and trying to flip all around it all crazy and just pulling off something they didn't really plan and then being like, okay, that's my challenge. You know, just a bunch of lucky tricks or something, and then not basically so that you can show that you can repeat doing it. The hand signal can be before or after as long as it's the same clip. That's all that matters, that you're showing that it's the same clip. So either after you do it or before it. Your own, just for your own challenge. For the other one, you couldn't have known the challenge ahead of time anyway. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. We'll see you next Sunday and see who. Oh, if it wasn't obvious, if you for some reason you don't know, you can go to the rules page, but their scoring here is if you pass someone else's challenge, you get 5 points. If you pass your own challenge, you get 4 points, and then there's bonus points based on how many other people fail your challenge. So if you get everyone else to fail, you can get up to 4 points, but if everybody else completes your challenge, you get -4 points. So basically, if you do your challenge, but so does everybody else, that's a net 0 for you. But if you fail your challenge and so does everybody else, that's also a net 0 for you. So if you complete your own challenge, the worst case scenario is you get 0. But if you fail your own challenge, the best case scenario is you get 0. So really, you want to complete your own challenge, ideally. And if you do your own challenge and you get 4 people or everyone else, 3 other people to fail it, you get 4 bonus. So you'd get a total of 8 points on your own one.
Nice.
And there's a bunch of tiebreakers here, since there might be ties this time, since the way the points are set up, it's a little bit easier to end up with the same number of points in different outcomes. But we'll go over that if we have to. Yeah, the top 2 pilots from each group move on, and the bottom 2 pilots are knocked out. And then the next round we go into a different style challenge where you guys will be going head to head on a couple of things. You can read the rules here if you would like to get a head start on those. But yeah, you've got whatever 10 days to do 4 challenges. So good luck.
Good luck.
And yeah. Focus on getting your own challenge done first, I'd say, and then go from there. I would say definitely attack the challenges that you think you can get done first rather than going at the harder challenge. So, get a couple, the ones that you can done out of the way, and then spend the rest of your time trying to figure out if you can pull off the other ones. So, all right, everybody. Good luck, and we'll see who the top 16 are in about a week. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, everyone.